first featured match of the men recurve division is the 48 final between Casper Lauridsen from Denmark and the Austrian Alexander Bertschler. Alexander Bertschler is 20 years old, from Austria, ranked 35th with 642 points. Casper Lauridsen, 21 years old, ranked 78 with 630 points. You see 30 and 43 ranked archers in between 12 points. So it
Very
was
tight.
Very tight. So this is, even if it seems a very, it seems that the Bertschler is again the favorite. It's very close. It will be a close match, I'm sure.
Has been close, and you know, one thing what's happening in this match is that the mental game is changing a lot. It's not the same shooting a qualification that you know they have many arrows and you can come back for one bad one, and that you feel safe in a group. That here in the match is one against another one and you don't feel safe ever.
Yep. Alexander is 139th in the world ranking actually. If he goes through this match, he will definitely climb up a little bit in the world ranking. But if on the other side Casper Lauridsen is winning this first match, he's actually 261, number 261 in the ranking. He will make a bigger step forward.
We see many questions here about Olympic qualification. We can give a bit of update what's happened this morning, the Recurve women. Right now, after the 124 finals, and having removed for the remaining archers all the ones that already have a quota placed by teams, we have still 11 archers that have the possibility to get a place, which means that today we cannot tell who still have the place. It will go tomorrow in the 116 elimination.
You're talking about the women?
The women. I'm talking about the women because this will be now the next case happening today about the men. So in women, we still have 11 women from 11 countries that can get a quota place, and that will be published in our website very soon, which ones are the countries that still have a place. But what will happen then tomorrow? Tomorrow we make the 16 finals, and they can happen 3 situations. The first one is that the one that pass are exactly 8 countries that has not still getting. So
would be the easiest thing for us.
This is the easy one. So there's no need to make any qualification quota tournament on Friday morning. The second case is that there will be again 11. There will be more than 8, like 9. Then we have to go to the next phase, to the 1/8 elimination. Nothing will happen in 1/16 elimination. And the third case is that we will have 5 or 4 or 3 that are there. Then we have to take the previous phase, all the losers, and make a competition for them.
On Friday morning.
On Friday morning. And that means that of this competition Friday morning, in direct elimination, we'll have a first, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and until 16, I think. And this one will be ordered by position, and whatever has to complete the 8 will go to have the quota place, and then it's a waiting and standby list. And this is what is going to happen today now for men. And this is the 148 finals. And we go back to the match that is happening right now.
Alexander Bertschler shoots his
Recurve
first
Men, 148 Recurve Men.
A low 8, probably. 7 or 8. It's 7? It's a 7.
Andreas has on his right side 2 spotters. Is J.K. Lee, is a World Archery staff from Korea, and Andrea Gabardi, who is another staff from us, but from Italy. And these 2 guys are spotting and putting the value of the arrow in the scoreboard on the field and on the TV graphic that you see here. So, and this is what Andrea has. Andrea, you have a full team. I'm alone, and you have 2 assistants.
Yeah.
Lucky guy.
I'm on the right side of the spot here. So we have a 9 from Alexander on the second arrow, and he's already ready to shoot his third arrow. 9-7 on the board for him, 16 points. Very good shot. And it's a 9, 25 points, while Casper Lauridsen shoots his second arrow in the 8. He needs an 8 to tie the score on this first set, and a 9 to win the first set. Very young, both archers, 21 and 20 years old. We
can see that
10, 27. We have 27 points on Casper Lauridsen and the crowd, because I have to tell you, the stands are full behind the shooting line.
That's, of course, I have to be honest, it's not a big stand for
It's not a
1,000
big
people.
stand, but we are
but
in the elimination.
Yes, but it's doing the purpose. People can sit and watch, and of course we have Danish archers, so we have the locals coming to watch and pass by. It's a free entrance. You don't need to buy a ticket, and you can just come and watch it.
I remember 2003, we were in New York at the World Championships.
Yes.
In Central Park.
Central Park.
And I have to say, at that time we had not this. I was talking to some people, and the idea started back then to have a featured match. But at that time we had not TV, we had not archery
TV.
TV.
Who had the idea?
Me.
Rocky Bested, Andrea Lawrence.
Yeah. Fact is, the point is that now we have 4 days that we can show you something live and comment and give you information. The interaction in the last 10 years is exponentially growing with Facebook, with Twitter, with YouTube. And you guys out there can really have this advantage because World Archery made the big step. And actually, I think it's a great thing for all of you out there. You can be here with us and enjoy the time and see your friends or your favorite archers shooting.
So we have some questions here, why we only have the Danish archers on this match or why we don't follow more matches. Let me roughly explain. This match is for the local people also to watch it. So if we still have Danish archers on site, we choose those one. And there's another reason. We are using this feed, this TV feed for the local TV, the Danish TV, TV2. Is taking this feed and show it in Denmark. And of course, you are important in all around the world, but for us it's also important that in Denmark archery is seen, not only the finals, Saturday and Sunday, but the rest of the day. So all these matches that we have Danish archers are on live TV in Danish TV2 channel. And that's why we have picked these matches. And it's clear that we would like to show more matches, but we cannot have 5 setup like this to follow 5 matches. And we will never please everybody. We have right now 24 matches happening at the same time. We cannot have 24 setup of cameras. So I'm sure everybody understands that we try our best. We update the result in live in the application, in the website, and the questions are still made. Yes, live results are available right now. There are many ways to see the result in live from home. App, website, Yanseo, and please feel free to enter and follow it, and we will do our best to update between the ends, between the sets, what is the result in other matches.
Well, now we have so many matches going on the field, it makes no sense to tell you all the results. I just check. We have a 30 shot by Florian Kalund, World Cup finalist from Germany last year, which is the highest score on the field. He has a 30 and is the only archer with a 30 on the run. No, it's also Diego Castro from Guatemala against Crispin Duenas. He shot also a 30. So I just update you on this. There are too many matches going on, but we will keep you informed about who is really winning the whole match after the 3rd set. Because I'm sure some of the matches will be done after 3 sets. Maybe not our live featured match between Alexander Bertschler and Casper Lauridsen. Both young archers will compete as good as possible to succeed, because both of them have not quota place for the teams at the moment.
Yes, and this is something we have to insist. Those archers, all these archers, they are trying to pass through because the World Championship, you want to go to next steps and the finals and try to get as high as possible. But at the same time, the tension here is to get a quota place for Olympic Games, because everything changed. If you get a quota place here, you have 1 year of support from your Olympic Committee, your federation, you get some more income, you get sponsor behind you. But if you don't get a quota place and you still have to fight to get it in the next season, the situation look a bit different. You have to convince that you have options, and sometimes the support is not as strong as if you get it here right now.
And we have a 10 for Alexander and a 1 for Casper. Well, I'm shooting since a long time, and I can tell you in 2 arrows, it's difficult if Alexander keeps his normal form to lose this. 18 points against 1, and added this arrow will be a 9. 10 points, 10 to 18. So a 2 or better will get Alexander in a good position. He is in the army. He is supported by the army in Austria. And he shots an X. That's his form. He did very, very good at these World Championships. The whole Austrian team was one of the real big surprises. Qualified 14th.
Totally agree. Austria was not even in the picture. And out of the sudden they came. For sure this is not luck. This is work behind. They have been training. And there's things
Young
happening,
team.
but we have not seen it coming.
And young team, a very young team.
Yes.
And
I
this
think
is the
that's
work of Samo Medved, I guess, in Austria, and motivated young archers, and in a small country, in a small federation. I really hope that this gives them power. And also they lost 6-0 to Netherlands yesterday morning. But you know, 6-0, and all 3 sets were 1 or 2 points less than Netherlands. So they had to fight, the Dutch archers. I think it is a very positive thing. You see Samo Medved, the coach of Austria, behind Alexander.
Samo Medved, who was the president of the Slovenian Federation and has been then a coach, a top archer that shot I remember a match in the Atlanta Olympic Games where he tied with, I think it was Justin Huish, and tied. There was a shoot-off, and it was the first time we saw that they have to shoot a second arrow
in shoot-off
because they were the same distance in Olympic Games, and a very good fight. He has been always a fighter. I've been a competitive guy. Then he became coach in Slovenia. Then he came to Spain and was coach in Spain. And it's those coaches who go to a country and he makes them fight, especially with the men. He's very successful. And it's clear that the result of the Austrian team is not luck. The archers for sure has worked hard. You can see them physically fit, young, as you say. And the experience of Samo behind has for sure helped. But was not expected at all, and it was a big and nice surprise having Austria showing up when we could see that Asia is taking over the lead of archery in recurve, men and women. Europe and America has to wake up. Because if not, it's going to be an Asia game, and we don't want this.
No, definitely. What we have now is a 2-2 situation on our broadcasted live show match between Alexander Bertschler, Austria, and Casper Lauridsen, Denmark. We are waiting for updates on the other targets. As I said, we had only 2 archers with a full count with 30 points. One of them is Florian Kalund. The fourth, the archer who won last year Antalya World Cup and at the final in Lausanne placed 4th, a young archer, also 21 years old. You see how many young archers.
You see Ole Gamelgaard?
Old archer. he was shooting with
Let's
us.
say that Ole and Samo Medved have shot against several times. They're from the same generation. They both have been competing national team in the time I was in the national team.
Me too.
You too.
Yes.
And now coaching and trying to have their archers taking the place and winning this match.
I have some updates. There will be not many matches that can finish after 3 ends. One can be Victor Ruban, the Olympic champion 2008, who is leading 4-0 over the 17-year-old Jan van Tongeren from the Netherlands. Then we have a 4-0 from Florian Kalund over Peter Heinrich from Czech Republic. We have a 4-0 Antti Tekoniemi from Finland. At the moment ahead over Naoya Oniyama from Japan. Zach Garrett from the USA leading 4-0 Alexander Kozhin from Russia. These are all matches that could be over after 3 ends. Alec Potts, the young Australian we saw yesterday, against Bernardo Oliveira. Actually, they were facing each other yesterday morning in the first match of the day for the recurve division. And again, Australia is beating Brazil. Then we have a 4-0 between Ernesto Horacio Boardman from Mexico against Raul Banerjee, and Clement Strajar winning over Elias Malave, so Slovenia against Venezuela. Slovenia is at the moment leading 4-0. And the last one is Christoph Javor Vasiliev against Slavomir Naplostek, Bulgaria, Poland.
I like your pronunciation, Andreas.
And, I forgot my friend Guillermo Aguilar Gimpel from Chile, also leading 4-0 over Mete Gazos from Turkey. So these are the 4-0 matches that could be over after 3 ends. Definitely we will have a 4th end on our broadcasted match, on our show match between Alexander Bertschler, who shot a 9 now, and Casper Lauridsen, that didn't shoot his first arrow yet. We see the Kia car behind these two archers.
You park it there. You're lazy. You don't want to walk.
No way. Alexander with a strong 10. Look at the group. Definitely a very good group on the target, even from the warm-up hours.
Yes.
So
I think grouping is good. You as an archer, when you start shooting a match and you feel a bit nervous, anxious, and you see that your arrow is grouping, even if it's out of 10 a bit on the left and right, in the yellow, you are doing the same shot. You feel confidence. You just have to make the wind, read the wind better, or adjust the sight. The problem is when you're not grouping. Wow, this is, you can see a very good group, X10-9.
Very good group, very good shot, performed very well.
And X is this little ring that we have inside that we can see, but the intention is not to see it from the cameras, but just for the judges. And we use this to define, to spread when they are tied in position, not in matches, but in the ranking round, or in compound when you have a perfect score, all in the 10, and to define what is the world record, but then how many X's have been done. So this X ring is the same value as the 10, and very often we receive question, what is this little circle inside the 10? Is the X ring, and the value is exactly the same.
So after taking an early
Yes, it's the live streaming comments is like two friends talking each other. Yes, that's the idea, and our goal here is to give information of what you cannot see. This is not a live TV classical commentary. We want you to learn, to know more what is not in camera, so feel free to ask what is happening or any curiosity you have that you don't see here. And the waiting part, in the venue, archers out of the competition, hotel, what is dynamic. We want you to know more about what is happening here, and feel free to ask.
The interaction is the most important thing on our online streaming. And what we see now is the end of the 3rd end, and we see who of the archers that were leading 4-0 will conclude a 6-0 and move on to the 24th final, which will be the next session. Next matches we will show after this one. So I'm asking, Jan van Tongeren is asked, he was actually losing 0-4 to Victor Ruban.
From the Netherlands, we have Spike asking how the Dutch doing.
And I'm looking for the other Dutch.
As again, you can watch it in our live results in World Archery website, but Andrea is so kind to make a fast look and let us know. We have people from Australia, from Finland, from Sweden, showing up here, so
well,
welcome to
Rick
everybody.
van der Ven is not shooting at the moment, as far as I see.
So
because we have, maybe you have to say, the top 8 archers are not shooting at the moment.
good. Let's explain this a little bit. In the competition we have here, in the competition format, what we are doing.
Sorry, Rick is in. Is at the moment 4-2, trailing 4-2. Rafał Wojciowak from Poland is leading at the moment, sorry.
So going back to explain what is position 1 to 8, in the qualification round, the position 1 to 8 don't have to shoot the 148 finals, the 124 finals. They go straight and direct the 116 finals. And the reason for having done this is to give a value to the qualification round. To those in the top, they still fight until the last arrow. Because what's happened in the past when we didn't have the system is as soon as you are in the middle of competition and you are in the top 20, you just keep shooting. And it was a loss of interest in the top archers because they was just thinking, okay, now we have to go to the elimination phases, and being a second, third, fourth, fifth was not so important. Even being first sometimes was a challenge.
Just to let you know about Austria, we're talking. The other two Austrian archers, Andreas Stöttner and Dominik Irasch, both are leading their match as well. So we have 3 Austrian archers in the lead at the moment. We also have some final score. Patrick Houston beat Simon Nesemann. Patrick Houston from GB in the next round. Simon Nesemann is out. We have Chering Kinley from Bhutan, who was beaten by Hu Chu Wang from Chinese Taipei. Guillermo Gimpel Aguilar from Chile is through. He did beat Mete Gazoz. Alec Potts won 6-0 over Bernardo Oliveira.
From Brazil.
Yes. Zach Garrett and Antti Tekoniemi, USA and Finland, won over their opponents Alexander Kozin and Naoya Oniyama, and Florian Kalund 6-0 over Peter Heinrich. So we have some matches over, but not our match.
Good. So for finish explanation, we decided to give a value to the position 1 to 8, and those that finish in the qualification round, the 1 to 8 position, go straight to the 116. The rest have to fight in the 148 and 124 final. And in the 116, the top 1 to 8 join again the competition to keep going. And Andreas just jumped because...
Upsetting. Alexander upsets us with the 5. Alexander Bertschler shot a 5 on the left. Didn't see the shot really well. Patrick is going in with a 9. 8 with an 8. Alexander with an 8. Sun is coming out, so we see shadows on the... It's difficult to spot at the moment.
Let's not complain too much for the sun.
No,
we
no,
like it.
You're right.
Even it's giving shadows. 9-9. Oh, it seems that it's 9-8. Now with the shadows a bit more challenging to see the liners. And yes, there are some question who is shooting against some archers that are in the top 1 to 8. This is still to be decided. We need to progress and in the competition, and when we finish, when the 124, we know who is going to shoot against the archers 1 to 8.
It's incredible. Alexander Bertschler, after 29, he shoots a 21 and loses the set. Now we are 4-4 because Casper Lauridsen shot a strong 27 with changing wind conditions, I guess.
And you could say the 5 could be the wind, but then having 2 8s means that he didn't get it right, and it's more about the mental game. And Lucia was asking when it's going to have Mauro Nespoli, an opponent, say we have to wait that the 124 elimination finish, and then he will have an opponent. And I'm sure he's watching this, he's checking who is going to be his opponent for the 116 elimination, which will happen tomorrow.
Yes.
One other thing is important to mention here is that in the beginning, when we established the system, the 116 was happening just after 124, and the top 8 archers, the one that were not shooting the 148 and 124, were complaining a little bit, say, hey guys of World Archery, when we enter 116, the archer I have to shoot against have already 2 matches and is in the competition mode. When I'm still a bit cold, I don't have this adrenaline, I'm too fresh. So instead of an advantage, it's a disadvantage. We listened to this carefully and it was totally right. So what we have decided, and we have built the competition schedule to avoid that this happens. So the 116 finals, all the archers start in the same moment, and there's no advantage for those that come in from the 124. And this has solved this issue, and right now the system is working pretty well. The top 8 archers are fighting. The top 20 archers are trying to fight to be in the 1 to the 8 position. We keep our stars a bit more in competition. And if someone is out of this top 8 but shoot very good, can even go to the final. So it's a system working and it's fair. Going back to this surprise set that has changed, the mental game here is amazing. It's changing. You can feel very confident, and in one arrow you can lose the confidence and then get a bit lost. And if you are experienced and you have trained this, you can come back the next set very fast, or you get lost in translation until it's finished, and when you want to react, the match is already over. It's going so fast that these things can happen. Another thing what we want to mention again is that this match is a one match we have picked out from the other rest of the 24 matches, 48 matches, sorry, and we bring into this place. But that's mean that we cannot have runners and it's no alternate shooting. They shoot both at the same time because it's the way that the rest of the matches are shooting. So archers have to walk, have to get
And
the
that
arrows.
takes a little bit of time, and we have to talk a little bit more, but we are explaining you stuff, and if you have questions, please feel free to ask. We try to give you the answers.
Yes, Lucia, as he has been in the top 8, he has to wait the opponent at 116, and automatically all the top 8 archers pass automatically to 116 elimination.
I have some updates. Ryan Tayek from Australia beats Pierre Plion, France, 7-1. We have Taylor Ward from Australia beating Robert Elder from Fiji, Olympian from Fiji. Then we have Pete Klein beating Juan René Serrano, 6-2.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
And Juan Rodriguez from Spain beating 6-2 Yansan Gantux from Mongolia. Afraid for my Indian friends online, Yayanta Talukdar lost 6-2 over Jay Lyon, Canada. And do we have some more? Yes, we have some more. Marcos Dalmeida, our Brazilian world champion, junior world champion, won against Thomas Rufer from Switzerland, 6-2.
6-2.
Andrei Danila from Romania, 6-2. They are coached by former Italian coach Peter Suk from Korea, the Olympic
A real
champion
Italian
coach, yes.
one from Korea.
Yeah, but he won 2 gold Olympic medals with 2 Italians.
Nothing to say.
So he won against Jorge Ivanitsky. Juan Carlos Steven from Cuba lost against Razvan Marcu, another Romanian. So we have 2 Romanians passed around. We have Dominik Irash from Austria beating Colin Klimchek from USA. That's also upsetting. And European Games winner Miguel Alvarino wins 7-1 over the Malaysian Bakri.
Thank you, Andreas. You're doing a great job.
I'm not finished, sorry.
Sorry.
Darren Wallace beats Adrian Faber 6-2. Markian Ivashko beats Hugo Robles 6-2. And the second Austrian, Andreas Stöttner, is beating Bart Nesteng 8th at the Olympics in London 6-2. And Crispin Duenas
Crispin Dueñas, yes.
winning 6-2 over Diego Castro of Guatemala. And now we are back live with Casper on a 10.
It's a 4-4, and this is the
who wins
terminate.
the set is
Yes.
going through 10-9.
We can see that the concentration tension of both of them. Beautiful position.
Alexander
nice
is
release.
shooting very good.
Very nice form.
I don't
This
know
is
what happened the end before, the set before. He is now again in the game. Casper can counter it with a good arrow. It's 10-9. One arrow will decide. Juan Carlos,
It's
one
like-
arrow will decide.
But both are really in the game again. They are very focused, good form.
And Alexander decides to shoot the arrow first.
Both of them shooting at the same time.
Very confident. It's a 9, a 10 to win. And he
10.
shoots a 10.
And we see the audience
The audience.
clapping and having fun.
So we have
And happy with the local hero who won.
Casper Lauridsen from Denmark is going into the next round, and Alexander Bertschler, the only of the 3 Austrians qualified, which is not qualified to this stage, the 48, did not do.
It's been a
The
nice
24th.
match, and of course this is unofficial results. We still have to wait that they go, but they're so clear. There's no liners, but we have to make sure that we all understand that this is what is happening now. It's unofficial until the judges confirm in the target with the archers the scorecard, and then it's becoming official. No liners, so I don't expect any change here. And has been a very excited match until the last arrow. This is the beauty of the set system, that if the match is not interesting, end it in 3 sets, and if it's interesting, keep going until the 4th or the 5th one.
So upsetting to see Casper shooting the 1. Sorry. See Casper shooting the 1 and coming back, it's good. And so incredible, Alexander shooting a 29 and then starting in with a 5, being confident in the whole set, shooting 2 8s high. It costed him definitely the set and the match.
Totally right.
And Casper found the right way to decide in this 5th set that he will be going into the 24th final, and probably we will see him again, because we try to, as far as I know, we have the Danish TV here live.
We have to see in the scoreboard, but yes, I expect that will be the same. Archer Stein